Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, I feel confused. Got an email here from a viewer. He says, hey Coach, so I've known this girl for 3 years now, and we started getting extremely close recently, and we consider each other our best friends. But recently I started developing feelings for her, and I'm crazy about her. She texts me almost every day, and once in a while we will call one another. She flirts with me a lot, but her best friend says she is like that with other guy friends too. I have seen her with other guy friends, and yes, she can be a little touchy, but she is way more touchy with me. She'll make fun of me and tease me, and I'll do the same to her. All of my friends and her friends think that we are dating because we are together all the time, and some of our mutual friends think that she does like me. She even told me in May at her birthday with her boyfriend that she would hook up with me, but I already hooked up with her sister 2 years ago. Nice job, dude. And her best friend in February. Nice. So you're making all arounds, keeping it in the family. She has brought this up many times, so obviously it bothers her and is kind of a block for her. I would look at it as that, well, the reason that these other women slept with you is because you're a fucking stud, and this is kind of, I mean, if James Bond was in town, doesn't fucking matter. Women are, it doesn't care if it's their sister or their best friend and they like the same guy, they're going to fucking go for him. So you should forget about that nonsense about the fact you slept with her sister and her best friend already. I mean, obviously it didn't bother her best friend that you had slept with her sister. You should just always assume that all women want you and act accordingly. Even though it's not always going to be the case, as a matter of fact, most of the time it's not going to be the case, but just come from that place. He says, I make her laugh all the time, which is great, and we literally hang out at her home in Staten Island every weekend. She told me her best friend, the one I hooked up with, that she just sees me as a friend, but you can't flirt and tease someone like that if they are your best friends. So last week, I spoke to this girl who's one of my close friends and who got married recently, and she told me to be honest and tell her. Before I did this, I made her chase me by not answering her text right away, and she wanted to hang out with me one night, but I had other plans. And he's got in parentheses, scarcity principle. It's a scientific fact that women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And you simply facilitated that by being busy or whatever, and it caused her, it's just amazing how that works. I mean, in a lot of ways, you can look at women and just say, well, they're like kind of programmed almost. It's like they all respond to the same stimuli, as long as they're emotionally healthy and normal women, obviously. He says, and it worked because she was begging me to meet her that night. The next day I hung out with her, and she literally was extremely touchy and flirty, more than she has ever been. That's it. In that moment when that shit's going on, you just need to say to her, I think you need to fucking get it over with and kiss me right now, because you got your hands all over me. You just might as well go ahead and do the deed and kiss me. So why don't you come over here and sit on my lap and kiss me passionately. Just say it like that. And I promise you, if she's touching you like you're saying in that moment, she'll fucking sit in your lap and be a good little girl, and she'll do what you tell her, and you'll make out, and one thing will lead to another. And then you'll be able to say, I slept with her sister and her best friend and her. I mean, who knows? Maybe you can get together with all three of them. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what happened. You'd be surprised what women will do when they really like a guy. And you have the balls to ask for what you want. He says, last Thursday before I left for Miami, I told her that I was starting to like her and that I wanted to be more than friends. Oh, now so you decide you're going to start talking about relationships, even though you haven't really gone on a date first. That's totally out of sequence, dude, and that's a woman's department. You should never bring those kinds of things up. You should just take advantage of the situation and just let things happen. Women want to be in a love story. And what's a love story about? They meet a guy and chemistry happens and it just happens. It just naturally evolves. And obviously, it seems like she's into you, and you just haven't been taking advantage of the situation. Plus, it's challenging for her because you've already slept with her sister and you've already slept with her best friend. And so if you're good enough for her family and you're good enough for her best friend, I think you're good enough for her. She said she didn't know how she felt, and then she said she felt comfortable around me and she can be herself around me and that she liked that. Love is playful and fun. It's not serious. And so you don't need to be talking about serious subjects, dude. She said she never really thought about it being more than that. She also said, plus you're going away and you're supposed to be, and you'll probably be having sex with girls and stuff like that. And he says, so I responded with, I just spilled my heart out to you. I wouldn't go and have sex with random girls. That would be messed up in my mind. And now you're basically acting like you have something to prove to her. In other words, you're trying to justify why she should sleep with you, and that's just a bad way to go. You should have said something like, well, all the more reason for you to take advantage of the opportunity that's right in front of you, sweetheart, before I go away, because you never know what'll happen when I'm away. I mean, girls just seem to like me. I don't know what to do with myself. He says, also, wouldn't you want to eventually be with someone that you can be yourself with? When I said that last sentence, I thought I made a good point for us to be together. Now you're thinking that logic and reason is going to cause her to fall in love. Women are emotional-based beings, and based upon how they feel about you is going to determine how attracted to you they stay in the moment and they become in the future. She wrote back, I feel confused, and I told her I was too. Do you think James Bond would say, I feel confused about us? He would fucking never say anything like that. He would just fucking go for it. He says, now my first question is, what does she mean when she says she's confused? Well, she likes you, but obviously not enough to be in a relationship with you. And her way is, when a woman says she's confused, it means that she's probably thinking, it's kind of like when you ask a woman and she says maybe instead of no. When a woman says maybe, it means no, because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. I think she likes you, but you're basically, I want to be more than friends, and that basically says I want to have a relationship with you. And you got to date somebody for a while before you start talking about relationships. Even though you guys are each other's best friends and you hang out all the time and all that shit, and she calls you and texts you all the time, it's a completely different game. You don't go from hanging out all the time to now we're in a relationship together. And so what's going on is she's just emotionally not ready to be in a relationship with you. And so your job as a man is simply to arrange one fun-filled romantic opportunity for sex to happen after another. That's it. Make your move when you're with her. When she's touching you and she's all over you, just hang out like you normally do. And next time when she's all over you like that, then you just fucking say, I think you need to get over it and kiss me. Or make a move. Just say, bring those beautiful lips over here and kiss me now. And if she starts saying, what are other people going to think? Like, I don't care. Let's just have fun. Don't complicate things. I'm going away to Miami in a few weeks anyway, so don't worry about it. Let's just have fun right now. You get hit by a bus tomorrow, and then where would we be? Would you want to be in heaven going, I really regret that I didn't fucking kiss the dude when I had a chance? Think about it. I thought it was that she was confused about her feelings now towards me, and she would have to think about it. No, it's simply a stall tactic, basically. And she wants you to be the man, and your job as a man is to gently lead a woman to where you want her to go. Not because when you sit there and you go, I'm confused too. You're acting like a woman. That's what's going on. Masculine energy is about purpose, drive, mission, succeeding, accomplishing things in life. Feminine energy is about opening up and receiving love. Feminine energy is unsure of itself. And you are acting like a woman, and that's why it causes her to act this way even more. He says, but then she texted me a couple of hours later, like if nothing happened. And she's texted me every day since then. My best friend that gave me the advice to her and how I felt said that she probably didn't want to talk about it since I was leaving for Miami, but I have been back since Tuesday, and me and this girl haven't talked about it. But because it's drama. You don't need to be bringing drama into your friendship. You should just, when you hang out, you're just like, oops, we just kind of hooked up. It just happened. It just happened between us. That's what you want to, that's what needs to happen. Just happen. So hang out with her like you always do, and then when she's all over you, make a fucking move. He says, but we've been texting each other, mainly her initiating, which that's a good sign. It's always better if women do 70 to 80% of the calling, texting, and pursuing. And how do you get her to do that? You just simply back off until that ratio takes place. And the fallback position is always at least call her once a week to ask her to do something with you if you haven't heard anything from her. Which obviously I don't think you'll go a whole week without talking to her. Because, I mean, obviously she's texting you all the time. And keep it that way. If she's always chasing you, guess what? She won't be dumping you when she's chasing you. It'll never happen. He says, and we're going to a party Friday, which is why I haven't brought up this, because I don't want to ruin the weekend. He says, so I just feel so confused and my head is a mess with this whole situation. I feel like, yeah, you're acting like a woman. It's like, stop acting like a woman and act like a fucking man, dude. He says, I feel like this is a unique situation than any other friend zone situation because most of the signs point to her having feelings for me. That's why you should just make a move. Make a move, make a move. And did I say make a move? Make a move, dude. I know she wants to be friends, which I am cool with because I like having her as my friend also. But then again, I think deep down she does like me and maybe she is scared of losing me or something. No, you're just acting like a woman and that's why she's kind of going around in circles right now. Your job as a man is simply to create a fun-filled romantic opportunity for sex to happen. So you're going to be seeing her and spending time with her, and when she gets all touchy-feely, make a move, kiss her, make out, and then grab her hand and say, hey, let's get out of here and go back, grab a bottle of wine and go back to my place. That's all you need to do, dude. Don't complicate things, because you're totally complicating things and trying to bring all this drama, and that's why she's acting the way she is. She wants you to be a man. After all, you're the one with the penis. And when you go to have sex with a woman, you can't have sex with a limp dick, can you? Well, you can't ask a girl out when you're basically expecting her to be the man in the relationship. So he says, what are your thoughts on what you think I should do? It's just, when you're with her next time, arrange her. I mean, like when she texts you next, say, hey, why don't you grab a bottle of wine and come over to my house? I'm just in the mood to hang. Why don't you come on over, grab a bottle of wine, and we'll just hang out at my place and make dinner together. I'm not really in the mood to go out and do anything. Sure, great. And then she'll come over, you'll hang out, you have a couple drinks together, she'll start touching you and being all over you, and just like she always is. And then in that moment, you put your arm around her and just fucking go for it, dude. That's all you do. Go for it. Go for it. I bet with her sister and with her best friends, you just went for it. And the thing with those two is that you already had high status with her friend and her best friend, her sister, because you were already friends with her, and she obviously said all kinds of nice things about you. And then once you slept with the sister, and then you ended up sleeping with her best friend, it's like, now you just need to sleep with her, dude. It's in the fucking bag. Just make it happen. Stop walking around in circles. Take advantage of it. And did I say make a move? Make a move, dude. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max. And just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook on my website, underneath the email sign-up box is a box that has a link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device already, you can download a free e-reader app. On the right-hand side of the download page is a button you can click to download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app and complete the purchase of my book. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters and articles and my ebook, you can show your appreciation by going to my website, and on the Wibia toolbar, which will be at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.